Unfortunately got caught in the matrix. My computer decided that it wanted to just freeze on me completely. It was just like, oops, no, you're just going to continue to play the audio, but nothing worked. Just everything just stopped. Everything just completely stopped. Okay. I think we're good now. Now, if I could just go back to where I was at before, let's see here. All right, where was I? I think I was right here. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like, for some reason, my computer decided it wanted to freeze, which I'm assuming that it wanted to crash but couldn't fully crash or whatever. I don't know what the hell. Like, it was weird. Okay, so I was trying to speak about the new characters that we're seeing in Street Fighter 6. Now, it does look like that Chun Li has a protege of some kind, which would be interesting because only people that really had a so-called protege type of a character was, of course, Ryu and so on and so forth. So I don't know what the situation was here, but whatever the case may be, it'd be interesting going forward to see where they go with it.
The top player is here.
So,
We have some
okay.
fun.
Ready? Then show me.
This will be a good fight.
So we got Jamie, and this dude, Luke. What was the name of the other girl? Like, why didn't they introduce her? I mean, I guess they're saving her for something else, but I mean, that's cool. That's cool for the most part. All right, let me get a second here, guys. Try to get myself together here because that little situation with the stream, I am really sorry about that. Straight up. uh, let me see here. Am I back in? Okay, I'm still here. Hopefully, you guys can read it now. Will read the feed. Get read the feed. Can see the feed again. Uh, okay. So far, it looks like it's okay for the most part. It's just whatever it is that my feed was just acting weird. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and just continue uh with this. So my overall thoughts of the showcase. For the most part, I have to say for the most part, I liked the showcase. It wasn't boring. Most of the stuff that I saw in general uh was pretty good, and like everything to me was interesting. I don't think there was any real like really boring like I wasn't uninterested. Everything that they showed for the most part I thought was actually cool looking. So I have absolutely no issue with what I've seen. I mean, there's some games that's more interesting to me than others, but at the same time, what they did here, it was yeah, I definitely like the way uh you know, it definitely seems like we got something really interesting on the horizon, and that's on top of some of the other stuff that's on the way, like Forspoken, and uh nobody's really talking about it, but I do think that Star Ocean game might be pretty good. But it remains to be seen. But at the same time, like Tri-Ace doesn't really have any bad games, So obviously they have like some that you prefer more than others, but Tri-Ace for the most part has a really good track record. So I have no qualms about the quality of that game once it drops. At least that's my own personal thing. I personally don't think it's going to be a problem. But let me see. The Resident Evil 4 thing. I mean, here's my thing. I never got a chance to really get into Resident Evil 4 like that. And by the time, I kind of sort of wanted to get in there, it was kind of like, I don't know. It just was like, I don't know. Like, the thing is, sometimes certain games have a certain stress level that I know that it's a little too high for me. And Resident Evil 4 just really seemed like a really stressful game. Now, granted, I managed to play through Resident Evil 2. I still haven't played this Resident Evil 2 remake. I still haven't played 3 remake. I've heard mixed things about that one, but at any rate, still a stressful game for me. I don't know if I'm going to play 4. Maybe I might play it just on the strength that like it definitely feels a little bit different in tone, so it looks like they're going to tweak some things here and there. Definitely feels more serious than the original game does, because you anyone who's played the original game, you know, more than likely you probably thought it felt a little hokey. So that's at least how I feel about it. But yeah. So, but I don't know. Like, I personally, I feel like 4 didn't need a remake. Like, I think 4 was a pretty well made game on its own to where it didn't necessarily need a remake like that. Like, it wasn't a game that had a lot of limitations to it in comparison to something like the original Resident Evil 2 and 3, even the first one, because even the first one got like a full-on remake, even though they still use tank controls, which I absolutely despise, but that's another story. However, I don't know. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love it. That's fine. Um, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I know Capcom has to make their money, and they have to have their cash cow RE, and they have to redo it. I understand, but I don't know. We'll see. It just would have been nice if Capcom start dipping in some of their other IPs a little bit more. Like, we still haven't even seen anything from that one game that they announced last year. That one weird looking game with the guy in the astronaut suit or whatever. Like, I forget what the name of that game was, but we haven't even heard anything from that since they announced it. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, with that all being said, I still have some trailers to react to. And I'm like a week and a half late, roughly. And I don't care. I still want to check them out and give my thoughts on them. So let me see. First one is the Mission Impossible trailer. What is this called? Dead Reckoning Part 1. So I know this dropped last week. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and see it now. And I will give my thoughts after I see it. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's get to the proper screen. There we go. All right, here we go. Start trailer now. Dead Reckoning Part 1. See what Mr. Ethan Hunt is up to this time. He's in the desert. Desert Storm. We in Europe again.
Your
in the
days
countryside
of fighting
again.
for the so-called greater good are over.
Hey, he's back.
This is our chance to control the truth.
Remember that dude from the first movie?
Of right and wrong.
Hey.
Everyone.
Hey, Haley Atwell's in this.
You're fighting to save an ideal that doesn't exist. Never did. You need to pick a side.
Mm-mm. It's it's so much has happened in these movies. It's just like it's hard to know where anyone stands anymore. Back to chemical warfare, that's for sure. Oh, okay. There you go. You gotta run. Oh, this looks nuts. Okay. It's crazy madman. Okay. That's pretty good. Like, it's just scenes. It's not really telling you what the story is. Well, I mean, a good portion of the Mission Impossible trailers were like that. Like, they kind of gave you uh like a taste of what was going on, but they never like fully revealed what was going on in there. So I always kind of commended them on doing the trailers like that without putting too much of the story behind it to where it's just like, okay, you're revealing too much of the story. Could we not? So in that aspect, I think that's this hey, it's like, look, I have enjoyed just about all of the Mission Impossible movies. The only one I would say that I'm just lukewarm about is the second one. Now I can still watch it. It's still entertaining. It's not a bad movie to me. But it's just I don't know. It's just all right to me. I think like with the second movie, I think what happened with the second movie is that like this was like around the time when like Fast and Furious like came along and kind of left its stamp, and I guess like in comparison like the second movie was kind of Fast and the Furious ish as far as like movie making. So I guess that's why I felt that way, because I don't know, it just really didn't fit that well with the style of the movie. At least to me it didn't. So like when the third one and so on and so forth, like all those I enjoyed. Like I had no issue with those. So hey, like it looks dope. It looks dope. Okay. Uh Now, Thor Love and Thunder. That's another trailer I missed. Now, I've only seen a couple of screenshots of a couple of things here and there. And other than that, I don't know what the hell is in this trailer. But we are going to check it out now. I'm going to check it out now to see what the hell is going on in it. And give you my thoughts afterwards. Simple as that. Easy peasy. All right, let's go ahead. All right, back on the trailer screen, excuse me. All right, here we go.
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Jane?
The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like? 3-4 years?
8 years, 7 months and 6 days, give or take.
Uh-huh.
Am I sensing feelings?
Right.
The only ones who gods care about
All right, Gore the God Butcher.
is themselves.
So this is my vow.
Looks sick
All
in this.
gods will die.
Okay.
I just want to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
He's just my first bad guy.
Whoa, what was... Okay, that's different.
You never forget your first.
You
Okay.
are not like the other gods of kill.
Because I have something worth fighting for.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick.
Oh, you flicked too hard, damn it!
And eventually, grape.
Okay. Okay, so let's take the review. Okay. So obviously they're trying to rekindle some stuff between
Ones who gods
Thor
care.
and Jane. Now I have heard that they are supposed to, at the very least, probably add the aspect of her having the cancer situation like in the comic books. To what extent I have no idea, but I'm fairly interested to see what they do here, what's going on, why it's happening. Get introduced to Olympus. I mean, it definitely looks like it's trial of the gods or something like that or whatever. It's just I'm liking the fact that they're going more into the lore here, like as far as the god characters. And because I mean we pretty much got like most of the Norse mythology, to whatever extent that is, and we never saw the other aspects of it, because especially following like after Moon Knight, like because Moon Knight started adding to the godhood aspect of the Marvel universe. So whenever they get to this part, explored in this movie, I'm looking forward to see what they do. And plus, I already know this movie is more than likely going to be very hilarious, but we'll see. Now this part here. Now, my thing is here with Mjolnir. Is there something with that to where she's holding it, like holding all the pieces together and basically kind of just controlling each individual piece? Because that's different. Looks like she's fighting against the Greek. Well, it looks like they're fighting in Olympus on Olympus right here. So I don't know, like what I probably feel like it was probably some kind of meeting to deal with Gore the God Butcher, and they probably couldn't agree, and they probably started fighting each other and blah blah blah. So, but the power set here with her using the fragments of Mjolnir, that's yeah, they're gonna have to explain that one. That's pretty interesting.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first.
Now I'm wondering where this place is that they're fighting with Gore, because it's like it has no, like the place literally has no color.
Because I have something worth fighting for.
So of course we're going to have the empathetic villain again. Like I kind of wonder, like, are they fighting in the negative zone or something? Because like, isn't like the negative zone kind of like a void of? It's like a void universe or something like that. To my knowledge, I think so. Because at least I don't know. But okay. So that does it for that. Let's oh yeah, the Sonic Frontier stuff. I saw the latest trailer that they put out, but I didn't see the gameplay. So let's look at what's up, Phelan? I have crawled out from under the rock I've been hiding in and finally reacting to some stuff. I'm just looking at some game footage. I had caught up with the what is it? The PlayStation State of Play they did earlier today. Because I was out working, I didn't get a chance to see it in its entirety today. So that's what's going on. I'm about to look at this gameplay footage of Sonic Frontiers right now. All right, let's look at this
IGN
thing.
First for the month of June 2022 is all about Sonic Frontiers. We've got gameplay. We've got
I don't know. Do they have like the gameplay by itself? Because I'm not trying to like jack anything from IGN. Because the last thing I want is to get flagged with anything. Hold on. Is that the only? That must be the only place they got it. So I'm gonna. Yeah. They canceled E3 this year. So yeah, there's not going to be any E3 this year. Which at this point, considering like all the developers can essentially do their own showcase, like at this point or whatever, like E3 is pretty much is damn near not even relevant anymore. So I mean it kind of ain't, but you know, it's anyway, let's take a look at this thing.
First look at gameplay.
All right. We start here. Now, so far, the aesthetic of the game looks good. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Sort of. People as of late have only kind of been looking forward to E3 lately. It's not to say that there aren't anyone looking forward to it, but you know, I don't know. E3's been kind of having like a very there's been a strange relationship with E3 the last several years. Like graphically it looks good. I know some people were saying they was having some issues with what the gameplay looks like. I mean, obviously it's pressure sensitive, so like they're just showing him walking around and blah blah blah. Nice. All right, nice. Okay. Like the speed and stuff that I think is there. I do think it feels a little weirdly stiff though for a Sonic game. Maybe it's because it's just the animations. I mean, granted, this game, they're still working on this game, and there's no telling when this game is coming out. Like I was saying when I was talking about like how this game looked, it reminded me a little bit of how the new Star Ocean looks. But obviously a little graphically better. Okay. He has like actual wall running in this. That's cool. I guess it's like some type of air dash mechanic that's in it. Oh, it's definitely still in development. This game is nowhere near done yet. I'm pretty positive it's nowhere near done. I can only assume that he's probably going to have some kind of upgrades for his speed later on, because he is running a little slow in this for the open world aspect. Okay, you got RPG puzzles in here. So it definitely looks like they are trying to continue where the original Sonic Adventure left off, because I mean, we haven't had anything like that since then. Okay. Okay, now we got some speed dashing. Okay. For the most part, it looks good. I mean, especially for something that's not done yet. For something that's not done yet, it looks good for the most part. Like, I think, like, gameplay-wise, it could use some improvements here, but other than that... Okay. Nice. Nice. I wonder if there's a thing where if he runs fast enough that he can run on top of the water, considering that's something Sonic can actually do. Okay, I do like the fact that you can hear the wind whistling by when you're running at top speed. I like that. Just your typical puzzle. So is it like a puzzle of... Okay. Oh yeah, I know what kind of puzzle that is. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Assuming those are probably like health upgrades. Okay, I saw this in the last trailer they put in there. What's up with this big hamster wheel? It's definitely a work in progress, but I mean, hey, it's still a work in progress. It's like I don't really understand what the backlash is so far, because I mean, we don't have a date for this game yet. Like that's for sure. We don't have a date for this game at all yet. And so far from what I'm looking at, something that's like nowhere, it doesn't even look like it's in beta stage yet. If there were to release a beta. But for the most part, the game is functional. It looks good. Some of the movements in there look a little clunky. I can only assume that it's not done yet, which is really a reasonable thing to assume. So if they could at least smooth out the animations, at least that's how I think. I think like once they smooth the animations out and stuff like that and work with that, I think like the game will probably come out and be really good. That's personally what I feel. I'm not understanding the backlash. I I just honestly don't. Like I don't know. Like I honestly really don't know what the issue is as far as that goes. So personally, I don't know. Thing is, like, you can't really please a whole lot of people these days when it comes to stuff. So it's just one of those things where you're just like, well, hey, okay, fine, that's that, blah blah blah. So I'm trying to see if there was like any other extra thing with Street Fighter 6. So far, I don't see anything. Um I know it was a couple of things on Facebook that they released, but I don't know. It doesn't look like they have anything here. Uh but at least from those trailers from what I've seen or whatever, it looks fun. Like the game itself looks like it looks like a good it looks like it could be a good game. Personally, it looks like it could be one. But for the most part, I have no issues with what I saw. It looks good for the most part. Uh, let's just hope that the developers clean it up and we could get some really good stuff later on. Personally, that's what I think we will get. At least that's how I feel personally. That's what's going to take place. So, yeah, other than that, yeah, I think I think that about does it for the most part. So, what I am going to do for now is I'm going to sign off for now because I think I have been on long enough, at least for trailers, because as it were, I still have a little gremlin that I have to tend to, and I have to put his little butt to sleep. Uh yeah, I'm gonna have to end it a little bit earlier than I thought I would. I meant to start earlier, but time just got away from me. But I'm trying to get back in the swing of things of streaming and trying to get some gameplay done, still talking about some current stuff that got my attention. I still have a lot of stuff that I have to cover because it's just been so much. It's been a long several months, and you just don't know half of it. But I will be back soon. I'm definitely will be try to be back as soon as tomorrow to get some stuff done. So, yep, gotta do the dad thing. So, thank you everyone that tuned in. I did lose some folks or whatever because my stream decided to act funny with it, but I do appreciate everybody that came through. Phelan, thank you. Uh, I think a couple of my good friends popped in. I know my little brother popped in, whatnot or whatever. But either way it goes, appreciate you. Thank you, and cross your fingers that you will see more of me. Okay. Uh, so I will talk to you guys later. I will see you later. Have a good weekend, a start of the weekend, because tomorrow is Fun Day Friday. So it's beginning of the weekend for a lot of folks. So I mean, can't get happier than that. So you guys take care. I will see you later. Keep following my advice to go nerd but nerd responsibly. You guys take care. I will see you later. Peace.